Hello, and welcome back to the channel. If it is your first time here, hello. Happy to see you. If you are a returning subscriber, I think it's time for y'all to name yourselves before the channel starts to grow and somebody gets to pick a name for you. I couldn't think of anything, so drop it in the comments what you guys want to be called. But today we are doing another podcasty style video. I really liked doing the last one. So I'm here in another color coordinated monochromatic outfit. Today I'm wearing green socks. If you see them peeking out, that's what this is. They are cows getting abducted by aliens. So yeah, today I thought we would do a content that I saw from Heather McLary. I talk about her channel all the time, but she did a reading one-star reviews of her favorite books, and I thought that was hilarious. So I figured that would be what we did today. So I'm here at the shelf. You guys know I keep my 5 stars right here in the front. So we're just gonna go down the line and see what we have in store. I haven't looked at any of these before recording, so it's really just gonna be in as much shock as y'all. So I'm on Goodreads. Granted, I could have gone on Amazon, but Goodreads, like, I feel like is the book community, and I want to know what the book community thinks. I don't want to know what all these randoms have in mind. So let's start with Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I rated this obviously 5 stars because it's on the 5 star shelf. How do I see other people's ratings for this? Oh my gosh, okay, here. 1 star reviews. Okay, 1 star. Oh my god. Somebody said she writes letters like I did when I was heartbroken at 13 over my Minecraft boyfriend. Okay. Oh my god. To all the girls on Book Talk that recommended to read this after Fourth Wing, I hate you. Okay. What else? Oh my god. Somebody said, I kind of respect the author for doing no world building at all. I I don't disagree. I mean, I think that there's like a very small amount of world building, but I think that the magic in this book borders on magical realism, so you just have to understand that like they work at a newspaper. It doesn't really matter where. You know what I mean? I I just think it's so funny. Like obviously this is portrayed as like a romance book, so to me the world building is like the least important part. I will say that it took a while to get to kind of like the backstory of like why the war exists at all. So I understand what they're saying about how there being no world building at all, but that is just so fun. I mean, I felt like there was enough, you know what I mean? But whatever. Man, my iPad's freezing every 6 seconds. Get it together, girl. Okay. Now let's do People We Meet on Vacation is here. So let's do that one next. And okay, this is an Emily Henry. So I expect there's a lot of 4 star reviews. Let's see what the 1 stars have. Somebody said, very concerned about Poppy's hygiene habits. Dot dot dot. Okay. A lot of these 1 star reviews are like well thought out and long. Like kind of insightful. A lot of people are just saying like maybe this book wasn't for me. Someone said, I aspire to never think about this book again. I think what a lot of people expect from like rom-com style books is that there's like this intense level of like how do I explain it? Like I feel like a lot of people expect it to be almost like cinematic in quality where you're like growing in love and in character development and the nuances of each character and like all this stuff. And while these characters obviously have like nuance and character building and personalities and flaws and whatever, like the bare bones needed to connect with a character, you're like you have to understand that when you read something like Emily Henry that's more of like a rom-com style book, you're getting the book version of a Hallmark movie. Like no one is sitting here and saying that Hallmark is like the epitome of cinema. I expected so much more. Like you're there for the banter, you're there for like the cute interactions between the characters and them slowly getting over themselves and getting more and more in love. Like I don't know what you expect. If you I if you want a really long-winded, angsty, intense and like descriptive account of growing as a person and in love with your partner, read Pride and Prejudice. And with that being said, that's what we'll do next. We'll look up Pride and Prejudice next. This is the only one I didn't read this year, so I'm gonna have to search it. Okay. This book has 108,000 reviews. Awesome. Oh my gosh, and majority of them are 5 stars. Slay. P to the double O P. We can end the video there. There has never been a more insightful and holistic review of a book ever. Poop. That's a tweet. I can't believe my professor read this 25 times. I am dead inside. I feel like that's the way it is with classics though. Like with classics you either love it or you like hate it. Like you read it for class and you that's the only reason why you read it and you fell asleep every time you tried to read it, or you are absolutely obsessed with it. Someone said hatred is too strong an emotion to waste on this literary twilight. Twilight with a capital T. So they're talking about the book series. First of all, how dare you? How dare you compare this book to Twilight? Edward is pretentious, but it is a this is an age appropriate romance. They have different societal norms. Edward is just a 300-year-old guy who likes a teenager and is annoyed that she likes teenage girl things. Like, and that's no hate to Twilight because I'm obsessed with those movies and will be rereading that series next year. But let's not go that far. A lot of these complaints are that like the characters are pretentious. That's the point. They are getting over themselves. That's like the main theme of the novel, like getting over yourself and your pride and your ego and being willing to see people from another lens to build compassion. I'm being defensive. Let's see if anything else is good. Let's see if there's any other good ones. I'm trying to look for short ones. This did not provide what the classic literature girlies have promised that it does. I came hungry and was left starved and dehydrated. Okay. Someone else just commented, ugh. Oh my gosh. I thought I'd be standing on my soapbox more for these. What should we do next? Oh wait, skip Still Alice. Let's do Still Alice. Still Alice. I first of all, honestly, I'm probably gonna be offended if anyone has something negative to say about Still Alice because it is such a touching insight into what it is like to live with Alzheimer's and have to deal with losing your memory and like the relationships that break down and that you lose as you succumb to this illness that you can't fix. The movie was a travesty, by the way. Terrible. Don't watch it. So I'm already offended. Let's see. This one has 30,000 reviews. It is an older book, so I did expect it to have some. I did expect it to have a good amount of things, a good amount of reviews. Oh, yeah, one of these commenters mentions it was written by a neuroscientist, so she knows what she's talking about. Let's see. A lot of the complaints that I'm seeing are that it's like an oversimplification of the disease, which totally understandable. But it's also like you have to make it digestible for the everyday reader. And you're never going to be able to fully capture the impact that this has on somebody's life or on their family. So, totally understood. And the second is that it's like the nuances of things, like the little details. Like somebody was like, a sabbatical is not a year-long vacation. It's a difficult thing. It's This is fiction, babe. This is fiction. If you see me looking above the camera, it's because I'm looking at myself. So I I apologize. Yeah, a lot of these reviews are either about like the structure of the book and like the actual writing style of the author, not necessarily the content, which is preference, so fine. Stop. Somebody said why I even finished this book is a mystery to me. Maybe I have Alzheimer's too. That is so out of pocket. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's wild. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the one-star reviews are because of her writing style, and I definitely think that's a preference. And so, still, Alice stays on top. What else do we got over here? What should we do? The 7-year slip or the Martian? I feel like the 7-year slip. I'm gonna get annoyed if people don't like it. Okay, we'll save the 7-year slip for last. We'll do the Martian. This, and I've said this before, The Martian is the best book to movie adaptation I've ever seen. So if you want to see if you want to like dip your toe into sci-fi, I definitely recommend watching the movie and seeing how you like it. Oh look, Goodreads, your choice 2014 winner. Cool. 85,000 reviews. 1 star. This one's long, so I'm only going to read part of it. The first sentence is, thank God it's over. Everyone has been talking about The Martian, and I literally mean everyone. Since the moment I saw the cover and the raving reviews, I knew I had to pick it up. There's a reason people are talking about this book. I just don't effing get it. I think I'm the only person on Goodreads to give this pile a 1 star rating. I'm okay with that. This is a classic case of it's not you, it's me. Oh, she complains that like the author talks about everything in lengthy detail. Babe, welcome to sci-fi. They talk about the science in depth. She said when she listened to it on audio, she liked it better. But she was waiting for something awesome to happen. Girl, what do you mean? He's stuck in space. Okay. She did say at the beginning, like, classic case of it's not you, it's me, but oh my god. She says, in fact, Andy, if you're reading this, why don't you just go apply for NASA? Clearly your brains are far superior to my own. Just for the love of God, don't write another book. Babe, you're about to be so mad. He has 3 other books. I can't. Oh my gosh, let's find short ones. Everyone is so like, what's the word for when you just have a lot of things to say? Like, not, I can't recall. Somebody get me a thesaurus. So verbose. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Nope. Nope, period. Somebody said, oh, not my toes in frame. Somebody said, the characters are very one dimensional. Quick problem. I'm sorry, every problem had a quick solution. I felt like 80% of it was just reading about logistics. I think the readers would have liked to see more. There is none of that in this book. I don't even want to know what genre includes alien erotica. Um, that's crazy. Stop. Someone, this is long. This book effing sucks. I listened to the audiobook because that's what everyone goes on about, and I wish I hadn't because it genuinely had me yelling, "Oh my god, just shut the F up," before turning it off every time. TLDR, the whole book went like this: I'm gonna die because I have a problem I don't know how to fix. Okay, how do I fix? I know how to fix it, but the solution could kill me. I didn't die. Here's why. Insert funny dig at NASA. Insert quirky cultural reference. Insert corny joke about being the best person on Mars for 26 chapters. By chapter 15, I was actively hoping for him to die. Please. That is so funny. Somebody commented on this review and they said, I'm so sorry you hated this book, but this review is so funny. I was actively hoping for him to die, took me out. I agree. I agree. Babe, what did you expect? He's isolated on Mars. He's the only person on the whole planet. Who else is he gonna talk to? Oh my gosh, that's so funny. And the funniest thing about that is that that's literally all that science is. Like, oh, I have a problem. I don't know how to fix it. Oh, I do know how to fix it, but the solution is really complicated and probably dangerous. Again and again and again and again. Welcome to my undergraduate experience. Okay, finally, we're gonna do the 7 year slip. The seven. I gotta type it. Man, please leave me alone. I'm getting notifications. How do I silence that? Oh, my iPad's so old that it doesn't have a notification silencer, so if you can hear that, I apologize in advance. 1 star. Oh, Destiny rated this 4.5. Good for you, girl. 1 star rating. Got to page 250 and couldn't make myself read this crap anymore. All of the characters piss me off. I wish I had slipped prior to picking this book up at the bookstore. Oh my god. DNF angrily. A lot of them are 1 star without any explanation, and the other half are like really long. You guys, you gotta get to the point with these reviews, please. DNF at page 70. I'm so bored of her mentioning her dead aunt every second. Your rich aunt is dead and you miss her. We get it. Why do I have to keep reading pages and pages of the same thing? Another overhyped TikTok book. Clearly, OP has never experienced grief. Oh my gosh. That's wild. That's wild. Let's see. Someone else said, would not recommend. Literally couldn't even finish this book. LOL. Main character was very pick me energy, and I wasn't a fan of the writing. Very fluffy. Like, just get to the point, please. The idea of the book sounded really interesting, but the execution just wasn't it. You made your case, girl. But again, I'm gonna say the same thing I said now that I said about people we meet on vacation. With this new era of romance books that we're in, it's very rom com. It's very fluffy, and it's very like devoid of really deep or moving themes, usually. And so sometimes I think that people give these crappy reviews because it's like you're just reading the wrong genre. You don't like this kind of book. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? So, that being said, maybe the romance genre, or as it stands, modern romance is not for you. Maybe you need to bump it to the classics or bump it to, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like fantasy romance better. There's a lot more world building. There's usually a lot higher stakes. Like maybe just general romance is not your cup of tea. Um, but that made me giggle. That was fun. Let's see. Oh, now that we're done, let me pick. Oh, let me pick one book. I no, I was gonna say we'll do Cruel Prince, but I love that book too much to be able to read bad reviews about it. Let's pick one book that I hate. What? Not that I hate. Well, yeah, I probably hate it. What book did I? Oh, let's pick Seven Husbands. Or should I pick Daisy Jones? Let's pick Daisy Jones. That'll be funnier. And you know what's funny is that they're both by the same author. I gave Daisy Jones a 3 on Goodreads, but I just changed it to a 2. Oh, not the 2019 choice winner. Maybe don't, babe. 1 star review. Utter trash. I mean, trash with a great title, ace cover, and good concept, but trash all the same. Don't do drugs, kids. DNF, page 288. If I wanted to read an interview, I would have. That's not a crazy review. However, kudos to you for getting 288 pages into a book before deciding that you wanted to DNF it. I've done that once, and I did that with Crave. I can't remember who the author is. That was the biggest waste of 300 pages, and it's because she was giving just enough to where I thought we were gonna like boom, we're gonna get to the reveal, this plotline's gonna get moving, and then she'd take it away. Like she was like teasing us with the plot. Kudos to you, dear reader. The lyrics at the end of this book are really good. I think this very talented Taylor Jenkins Reid should focus on songwriting. Okay, this is the last one we're gonna do. It says, I hate the main characters, so I could not care less for the ship. And the writing style feels impersonal, so I didn't really get attached, but the rock vibes it gave off was nice. Yeah. And then these emojis. I hated this book, but it was rock and roll. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, someone said, huh, that was boring. That was so much fun, you guys. These podcast style videos are so fun to me because obviously I can just talk about whatever I want and we just get to like have a chat. Um, but yeah, if you watch all the way to the end, thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to comment back. I don't know. Tell me what you guys thought of these books. If you hated them, if you love them, if you have seen any 1 star reviews that you thought were hilarious. Honestly, I highly recommend doing this for maybe any book, especially books that you don't like, because that was so funny. Um, but yeah, love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.